Yeah, I just, I want to make sure I understand it. So, uh, you're saying this is part of the living spaces, finished pantry?
Yes, we're gonna be adding that because we need to have finished space.
Yeah.
Because our first proposal was it was just gonna open into our garage, which then goes into our house.
Right, so this finished pantry space, how is it part of the rest of the primary unit?
It opens into my laundry room, our laundry room.
Oh, okay, so this,
And that's all it would all be finished and heated and, it would be part of our home.
and so where you say here, back of garage, stairs to ADU, that's these steps here?
Yeah, I think you got it right, Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So this door
The store.
would be right here.
Yeah.
We just figured we might as well, rather than just make a hallway to finish it, we might as well have usable space in our house if we have to do it. Anyways, we would just make a bigger space so that we would have more space.
My question, or just the pantry space that need to be heated,
It's what?
does it need to be heated?
He did,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be open to our, like, we're not gonna put a door in there.
Like a cold storage. No.
Completely finished and open to our, like, we're not gonna put a door between our laundry room and the pantry. It will just be like basically an extended laundry room.
And if I may say that looking at the definition of the egress, it seems as though the stairs have satisfied the egress and then the attached to the living space. They're creating the living space.
Yes.
Finished pantry space.
Yes.
And so that garage, if you notice, is 25 feet deep. It's extra deep than a normal
Okay.
two-car garage. So they seem to have plenty of room back there to make that finished entry space and
Yep.
and make it be part of their home, if you will. So perhaps the satisfying the requirement of attached to living space is that existing door that you see at the bottom of the stairs. And then on the other single page, it's that door right under the wording that says, back of garage, stairs to ADU. So there's the door to the living area that's required by the description of an ADU, requirements of the ADU. So I guess to your point, I think I hear you saying, is the stairwell heated? Or is the stair?
I am.
Right.
In my mind, I think the spirit of this is for the whole contiguously living space. As it's supposed to still look like a single unit.
Huh.
I mean, you won't even know that.
Accessory apartment shall be designed so that the appearance of the building remains that of a one-family dwelling. There shall be one egress to the primary living area from the accessory apartment. I can follow that line of thinking, that with that pantry being a part of the primary living space. Any new entrances shall be located on the side or the rear of the building. Well, we got that covered.
Right.
yep. Yeah, I think the main point is, clearly for 14.4.1.3, there shall be one egress to the primary living area from the accessory apartment. Right, and so I looked around for some definition, but it doesn't further describe
Primary living space.
primary living space or egress. Now, it does define dwelling unit, and that means it has a kitchen and bathroom and a sleeping area. But so, it really does, you need egress, and there's egress here.
In the maker's case, we discussed the primary living space as well as on Burke's place. And at some point, I'm not sure, but what it was translated or what somebody came up like taxable living space is the only definition that we sort of have
On the tax card.
on the tax card. That, and it's certainly the most certain thing we can base our decision on. I sort of take that, I think in the past, that an entrance to the primary living space comes out of the ADU directly. That's a little bit how my thinking goes towards with the stairs. Get a little bit outside what I'm comfortable with as well, it's an entry to the ADU. It's not primary. It could be very easily just not considered primary living space for the ADU. But in that sentence, in that paragraph, that's not what it says.
It's
Right.
exactly, it's not what it says. So I think the question is, does this design provide egress from the ADU to the primary living
I
space?
think that
And the answer would be yes, it does provide egress, right? Then there's really nothing else in terms of, you look at our ordinance, that, other ordinances, it doesn't say, I could have 3 rooms in my house not heated.
all within.
Yeah, of the primary, and it's still taxable.
It's not to have heat.
I have a couple of rooms. that- Maybe we should call it through and get our tax.
Well, and part of me is like, it is and it is not both at the same time. It becomes a little bit of a precedence.
So the precedent.
And we take every case individually.
Right.
However, now we have enclosed outside stairs. That's what the line, this satisfies the line in that 0.3.
So what would the precedent be?
I say questionable, the stairs, whether the stairs are living space in the connectivity.
Well,
It doesn't say that's.
Right. It doesn't
it
say,
has to be.
It has to.
So I'm following that.
But it also would be living space, like it would have flooring and drywall, like it's not just gonna,
Be 1st of January.
I mean, if you need us to put a heat vent out there.
Not comfortable. Not comfortable.
I mean, we don't plan to have it unfinished and like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be space that you can, like, there'll be like a landing at the top where you could hang coats and like, it's gonna be space that's part of the part.
I don't really know how you compute stairs as area. I don't know how you compute stairs as area, but the landing, yeah, I get that.
the land one.
It's living space.
yeah.
I-
Stairs in the floor, the first floor, and I don't know whether stairs fit into calculations.
Yeah,
Do they, but 40 stairs outside, no.
yes,
Stairs going to the second floor, yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, this in my mind resembles the port stairs.
Mm.
However, they're
However,
enclosing them to be fully enclosed, so similar to.
Yeah.
It's an addition
Yeah.
to the home.
Yeah.
And that
Right.
addition is stairs.
there would one form of heat turned on.
Mhm.
That would make it one step beyond an outside enclosed stairway.
I mean, we can put a vent there that goes out into the stairway, that's not.
Or electric heat that's turned off.
Electric heat that's turned off.
Yeah, electric heater, just the
Yeah.
baseboard.
Mm-hmm.
It's turned on and off.
Well.
Yeah.
And that's, I get it, is apparently more my sticking point. It's up to.
is that we're not creating precedent that a former outside exterior stairway is converted to living space, primary unit, and that we open the door that exterior stairways become primary living space.
This is not reported to be part of the primary unit. It's reported to be part of the ADU.
Right, because the doorway at the bottom of the stairs is the primary entrance into the
Into the
ADU.
primary.
So to me, it is part of the interior and it qualifies as part of the space of the ADU.
Yeah. That's more or less, its purpose is to access the accessory dwelling.
I don't see, who knows, but
Does any,
I don't see it.
have any, enough of an issue with that to put a condition on the stairway as proposed?
Condition like that it be heated.
Where is it stated that you have to have heat? Yeah, I'm just being a little devil's advocate.
Well, if it's gonna be primary, a part of a living space. Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't heat our upstairs in the winter when our kids aren't home from college.
Yeah, I get that. I perfectly get that.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we accept the changes as shown in the documents in front of us to approve this 2505-2801.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you for coming out on a off night.
Thank you, Hillary, for being here.
Well, thank you for agreeing to meet again in 2 weeks. That was really, really helpful to us. We appreciate it. Okay, thank you.
Busy.
Have a wonderful.
Take care.
Let's get out of here. Change your mind.
Don't say that. It's when someone oversells. Don't you hate that? No, I said yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Excellent.
Somebody hits the end meeting button.
Is someone,
End meeting button.
Oh, you know, in all my excitement over this meeting, I didn't turn it on.
Oh, okay.
So that's not really on?
Oh, no, we get to see ourselves, but I never, you see the thing that says start streaming?
Oh,
That's the first button you push. But then they click allow on the pop-up.
Or it said start meeting up in the yellow button.
stop.
no,
And that's,
end meeting.
I think you have to hit
and
end.
that's the second thing. And then when the wheel stops spinning, you put start meeting. And then where stop meeting comes up, that's where it says, and then the pop-up, you click start meeting. And where it says start meeting, it goes finish meeting. And that's when after the meeting is over, end meeting, you push that button and then you click, and then
I guess this is why last night at the selectmen's meeting, they didn't have any coverage.
Seems.
I couldn't get them on.
well, you know,
I just found it. That's why I was.
that was a different issue.
Does get excited.
How do you,
I don't know. I found
oh, you
it.
didn't watch Prime?
No, it wasn't available live, much to the dismay of Bill Blake, who is our IT guy at the moment. And he was here and Hobie got a couple of texts that said, we can't see it. And Bill came over a couple of times and messed with it. It got recorded. and perhaps sent out this morning, but, we didn't have the benefit of the,
Oh, who's running that? Yeah.